Welcome to round 2 of the FAB-Racing Minibikes Championship here from sunny Llandow. Let's dive straight into the action and have a look at the MiniF1 Sidecars. Let's dive straight into the commentary box. And I cannot wait to see this. This is, I can't lie, this is one I'm most excited for because it's incredible. It's incredible to see these three-wheeled machines and these people getting riders, I should say, or the sidecar riders? I'm not too sure. Passengers, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Lewis. It's incredible to see just how close they get their helmets to the apex of the corners and the ground. It's absolutely incredible. I wouldn't mind actually maybe doing it one day. I think that'd be rather incredible to be able to do that. And obviously, as we said, sidecars are coming next. So as you see, the final few cars go back in the paddock. We're just waiting until the flag drops and we can get the sidecars out on track. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a very, very, very interesting race. You know, obviously, the grid is a very very good grid as well. You know, there's quite a few riders. There's quite a few riders, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see where they go. So it's looking like as kind of per usual in this championship, Mick WILLIAMS will take pole position. I believe as well. I'm just going to wait until we get confirmation for the final grid, but yeah, it's looking like Mick WILLIAMS will start on pole position. So yeah, I'm Lewis. I'm really looking forward to this, and I can't wait to see what this championship as well. I can't wait to see what this race produces.
Yeah, certainly. I don't think it'd be too surprising if we see Mick WILLIAMS walk away with the win, because they won all races last year and the year before that, and I believe the year before that as well. They win the championship year after year. I honestly cannot remember the last time they won. No, they didn't win the championship. I'm going to try and find that out and get back to you tomorrow on that, because Mick WILLIAMS, they've been so dominant. As we see on the track, something just getting cleaned up where we thought there could be something down, where we've seen a couple of crashes happen. But going back to the sidecars, it's only a 6-bike field, 12 riders, and there's decent names all throughout it, and there's great talent, and everyone's out there, and everyone's gonna have fun today. And there's only 6 bikes, and Iona GLOVER will be starting 6th, and we had just seen her in the Moto team race, actually, one of the back markers that we've seen, so she'll be hoping for a good sidecar race as well. It's quite a physically demanding day, competing in multiple classes in racing, but it should be a good race as we see the sidecar starting to leave the pit lane.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so as you said, obviously Iona GLOVER, this is the second race. I didn't know that about Mick WILLIAMS, about winning all of the championships and the races before them. So yeah, it's looking like we're going to have Mick WILLIAMS on pole with Jason GREENSTREET starting in P2, Mark Parker starting in P3, with John Keates in the number 666, the very cool black and red liveried car, starts P4, Chris IMPEY starts P5, and Iona GLOVER starts in P6. And these just look absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for this. We're seeing one of the sidecars, I think, just overshooting a little bit there. Oh no, I think someone is in the wrong grid spot. I'm not too sure, but yes, it's looking like it's going to be a very, very, very fun race. I can't wait to see this. I'm genuinely really excited for this race. It looks incredible. It's just so unique. You know, you never see this, you know, in massive championships or anything. So it's really, really cool. Really cool to see this. There are a lot of really, really cool looking bikes. Obviously, some different looking bikes as well, in terms of like bodyworks, or some are quite shelled back, and as we see, they go for their outlap. It's certainly sort of two-stroke, isn't it? You can see a lot of oil, blue smoke burning out of the out of the exhaust of them, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic little race. I think it's going to be really entertaining. Again, Mick WILLIAMS, the favourite of the race, but you know what? I would love it if something happened, you know, a bit of drama or something, and we could see a surprise winner of this race. It could be a very, very, very fun race indeed. obviously me and Lewis in the commentary box, and yeah, let's get this race underway. So Mick Williams qualified with a time of 57.157 seconds, and Iona GLOVER 6 qualified with a 1:10.826. The gap is actually about 13 seconds between first and sixth place, which is very, very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting indeed. So as we see Mick Williams coming around the final corner now, a little bit of a drift there, he certainly knows how to control that car. The number 90 as well lines up alongside him. We're seeing on screen number 666. That is a really cool kind of a red and black camo, livery, which is very, very cool. And there we can see just behind them Chris Impey in the number 457, with the number 3 of Iona GLOVER bringing up the rear. It's going to be a very, very fun race, as I've said. So now we're just waiting for the last bikes or trikes, I guess, on the grid. Sidebikes, sidecars, even sidecars. And here we go. So we are getting a point to the lights, just waiting for the lights to go on. The lights are on, and it's lights out, and away we go. Mick Williams gets a fantastic start. The number 90, Jason GREENSTREET gets an also very good start, but just drops into second place. Mick Williams absolutely flying immediately. Really, really incredible. These are incredibly loud machines. Very cool. So yeah, Mick Williams in P1 at the moment. Jason GREENSTREET in P2. John Keates has actually gained a position. He's gone up into 4th position. So they've made a move on Mark Parker, who did start number 3 in the number 230. As we can see these on screen now, I believe that is the Red Bull. Yes, it is, of Mick Williams. It's a very cool looking car, and the number 90 of Jason GREENSTREET actually not far behind them at all, as we see them going through the freshly dusted down and sanded bit of the circuit where we did think there was oil drop. So here we go, Mick Williams into the final corner. It's, oh wow, what a drift, what an absolute drift. The number 90 actually having to clean a run through the final corner there, but I don't think it's going to have made much of a difference there.
Yeah, I don't think it would have, but with the dust that has been swept on the track to clean up any residue that was left behind from the previous race, it can sometimes play in your mind a little bit as a rider, just knowing that's down there, and it may take away from some of the drivers and riders' confidence on these first couple of laps until the track is nice and bedded in. Mick Williams still leads the way, as we were expecting, but on the start there, I do believe that Chris Impey started, and we see a faller there. It looks to be the 666 red bike of John Keates. I do not believe it is John Keates. We have a red flag right now.
Yeah, so we're just seeing a little bit of a red flag there. Not too sure what happened there, but yeah, I'm sure they'll be okay. Yeah, it was certainly a really good race, until then. Obviously, Mick Williams, as per usual, very, very interesting and kind of expected. And it is Mark Parker, and they're all stood up and they're looking absolutely nice, fit and healthy. Yeah, so it's really nice to see them up nice and well. Yeah, Mick Williams having a great weekend again, a really great weekend, and yeah, it's a very interesting race so far with the number 90 of Jason GREENSTREET in P2, and the number 666 in P3.
They run very close with the fuel, so basically it means that whenever this race was red flagged, they had to then come in to refill it. I seen Mick Williams in the holding area with a jerry can filling up their motorcycles, then they can at least make it to the end of the race, because it just shows how tight they run it.
Absolutely. I've just been told we're not going to get a warm-up lap, so this is going to be the race start for the second time here. So no warm-up lap on this race. So once we get everyone on the grid, I'm not too sure if all 6 cars are on the grid or whether it's just 5. I know we're still waiting for one more. It's
Iona GLOVER,
bike.
I believe.
It's Iona GLOVER. I think she's just still just making away. I'm not sure if they can get the bike started or something like that. But the rest of the 4 cars that are still in this race are on. Oh, there we go. Lovely. So the number 3 car of Iona GLOVER is now on the grid. So Welcome if you've just joined us. We are starting for the second time, the second start in the F1 Sidecars. He points to the lights, and we're going to get the second restart of this race. Here we go, red light, and it's lights out, and away we go, go, go. Another fantastic start from Mick WILLIAMS, but John Keates, I believe he's done it on the outside. Absolutely sensational start there from John Keates at number 666. Absolutely incredible. Jason Greenstreet drops about one position, and as expected, Mick WILLIAMS flying off into the distance off the line. That Red Bull is absolutely crazy. It's almost as fast as the Red Bull Formula 1 car this year. Mick WILLIAMS, obviously, as we said, a fantastic look at the gap already. It's absolutely incredible. But the gap we're going to be watching is John Keates and Jason Greenstreet. They are side by side, and I think that's actually Jason Greenstreet has managed to get past. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't, because John Keates has just come round him again. I say that, and Jason Greenstreet is on the inside once again. This is absolutely sensational. What a little race this is. As we can see them now coming onto the Spitfire straight, almost as fast as these two drivers right now. It is going to be a defence for Jason Greenstreet, and it could be a send and a big wobble there for John Keates. Oh, and a lock-up, a big lock-up there, pushing too much into the final corner. A fast lap there for Mick WILLIAMS, a 59.111, and everyone else is 1 minute at least 3 seconds slower than them. Absolutely incredible to see John Keates having a really good race. Really good to see Jason Greenstreet remains in second place, I believe.
Yeah, John Keates, a great start and great racing there between him and Jason Greenstreet. It's just clean, fair racing. But I believe now everything's starting just to take shape in this race with Mick WILLIAMS out front by a pretty decent gap now. Mick WILLIAMS is controlling the race like they're used to. Mick WILLIAMS is heading onto the Spitfire back straight while Greenstreet's heading into the chicane before it. And we're only 2 laps into this race now. As they come down the back straight, heading into the final corner, you can see them. The thing is, Mick WILLIAMS, him and his passenger, I believe Michael Elps, is just absolute. It's literally 2 minds in one, controlling one motorcycle, and somehow they can produce great lap times. They're running 57.8, while Jason Greenstreet in second place are only doing 59.2, so it's still incredibly fast. But Mick WILLIAMS is just a level above. Yeah, absolutely. You know, Mick WILLIAMS, you know, there's a reason that he's won the 2 championships and all the races for the past 2 seasons. He's a phenomenally quick driver. He really is, as Iona GLOVER goes over the start-finish line. So we're looking at John Keates in the 666. Oh, no, sorry, no, that's Jason Jason Greenstreet. No, it's not. Is it Mick WILLIAMS? It's Mick WILLIAMS. I've got them all mixed up. That is, Mick WILLIAMS with 5.4 seconds on Jason Greenstreet in second place. John Keates is only about 2.8 seconds to the back of Jason Greenstreet. As we're already seeing Mick WILLIAMS come around the final corner once again. Absolutely sensational. There we go. There is Jason Greenstreet just coming up to the final corner now. Mick WILLIAMS crosses the line. We have 3 laps to go. The number 90 machine powers its way across the start-finish straight for a gap of 6.2 seconds. 6.2 seconds. Remember, if you're just joining us, the 666 car goes past now. Lovely. This race has already had a red flag. The 230 car, the number 230 car is out of this race. So already, I mean, we're already 2-3 laps in. Mick WILLIAMS has already made a gap of 6.2 seconds. That just shows what a talented driver, or rider, I should say, or riders, both of them are. Yeah, it certainly is. As mentioned, it's 2 minds in one. They just work perfectly together, perfectly in harmony, and have complete and utter trust in each other. As you see Greenstreet on your screen right now, they're incredible riders, just like Mick WILLIAMS, but it's 2 completely different sidecars almost, because Mick WILLIAMS is running a 2-stroke motor in theirs, while Greenstreet are running a 4-stroke motor, which they much prefer to use. Even on the stream, you can clearly hear a difference. Mick WILLIAMS is, well, it's high-pitched, it's almost whiny, while Greenstreet's has a deeper, darker grunt, and it produces great racing, even though they're 2 completely different motorcycles. Mick WILLIAMS seems still to have the upper hand. I mean, Mick WILLIAMS, I do believe their sidecar will be far more fittery just because it is a 2-stroke. 2-strokes are known to be quite fittery, but they know this sidecar pretty well. They know it's going to hold together. His passenger is gripping on to literally just a metal bar. Maybe a bit of foam on it if he's lucky. That is the thing about the sidecars. The passengers are not held in at all. They hold on to a bar for their dear life.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are crazy. They really are crazy riders, and it's absolutely lovely to see. As we now see number 3 getting lapped. That's Iona GLOVER getting lapped by Mick WILLIAMS into the final corner. Look at the power slide that he does when he comes out of that final corner. I don't see any other riders really doing that, but for some reason, the number 90s we're seeing now, he takes a much kind of wider line. But Mick WILLIAMS clearly working for him. That 2-stroke is really fast, especially when it's in the correct power band. I believe that is the only two-stroke in the field potentially. I'm not too sure on that. As we see the 666 go over the start-finish line, and we're still looking at Mick WILLIAMS. 7.5 seconds with 1 lap to go, which means this is the final lap. It is the final lap of the not the Grand Prix, of the race, I should say. We're seeing Mick WILLIAMS coming round the final few corners now. I believe, yes it is, coming through the left and the right hander. Here we go on the Spitfire straight, and it's going to be another absolutely dominant performance by these two incredibly talented drivers. And everyone, you're going to hear this a lot, and you have heard this a lot. Mick WILLIAMS wins another Mini F1 sidecar race. Absolutely sensational. It looks like Jason Greenstreet is going to go P2, and unfortunately John Keates in the number 666 machine unfortunately can't hold on to P2, but he does get a podium. Here he comes round the final corner right now. Absolutely sensational racing. So the top 6, or I should say just the rundown. Mick WILLIAMS finishes P1, Jason Greenstreet P2, John Keates P3 rounds out the podium. Chris IMPEY MP4, Iona GLOVER MP5, and obviously the red flag that was caused by Mark Parker in the number 230. Obviously didn't finish.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance once again. It's what we expect to see. Look, they're happy, they're waving to the camera, waving at the fans. They're stopping on track right now. Maybe it's just a practice start or something along that line. You could see in the final couple of laps that they were just staying conservative and just trying to make it towards the end of the race. I mean, these sidecars are something else to watch, and if this was your first race watching it, that is how it goes. Mick WILLIAMS is just it's another impeccable performance from them. They're waiting at the side of the track, at the other side of the track from us, and I don't really know why. The bike is still running, but I do believe that actually they may be trying to push the other sidecar around of Mark Parker that previously crashed, which once again shows how great the paddock is here, and how much just the fact that everyone is friends. Look, he literally has his feet on the front fairing, pushing him.
Absolutely incredible. What a sight to see that if you're watching this. If you're only listening to this, please watch this. This is absolutely wonderful to see. Mick WILLIAMS being having so much sportsmanship there to be able to push Mick Parker. Both of them just chilling out. We can see Mick Parker there. He's just getting a suntan at this point. He's just got his feet, as obviously Lewis said, against the front fairing of Mick WILLIAMS, and it's just absolutely lovely to see. It really is, as we can see a lot of them just having a lovely little chilled drive. What a picture that is. What an absolute picture that is. That's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely incredible to see that. It really is. And again, it just shows once again why this paddock is absolutely amazing. Whenever anything happens, it's an entire community that just comes together, no matter what series you're racing in, out of any of the nine championships that we have. And we can actually see it from the comms box now. What an absolute sight that is. Absolutely brilliant. You love to see it. You really do. But that unfortunately is enough of the sidecars today. They will be back tomorrow. Welcome back to the FAB-Racing 2022 British Minibike Championship here from Llandow. We are currently watching the MiniF1 Sidecar race going on right now. Mick WILLIAMS doing a really good job at the moment, as predicted. Fastest lap so far from him was a 57.890. Really good start from him. Jason Greenstreet in second place with John Keates in P3. I'm Alex Rizzoli, Alongside alongside me is Lewis. Lewis, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we're just watching the Sidecars right now. Mick Williams is, of course, in the lead, as you said, by 5.8 seconds already. So it's a great start from this. Exactly what we expect. And you can just see it right now. They're absolutely on it. GREENSTREET, of course, in second place, which we're used to seeing them on the number 90 blue and black outfit. It's such a professional looking outfit, I think we can all agree. And John Keats in third place. As talking about GREENSTREETs, they are off. I believe either a problem or maybe the rider might have, passenger might have fell off. He is dropped down to third place now. I believe John Keats have got in front of them. So can GREENSTREET, with just 3 laps to go, catch up and get back into second place?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Mick Williams with a fantastic thing. Not too sure about Jason GREENSTREET. I'm not sure if John Keats has managed to overtake. Yes, I believe he has. But Mick Williams already pulling a fantastic lead on on John Keats. It's going to be really, really interesting to see if Jason GREENSTREET can catch up to John Keats, who is in the 666 red and black machine. So currently, the runners at the moment, Mick Williams is leading the race with John Keats in P2. Jason GREENSTREET is in P3 with Mark Parker in P4. P5 is Chris Impey in the 457 machine, and 6 is Iona GLOVER. And we have had some absolutely smashing racing today, haven't we, Lewis? Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we certainly have. And this race is no different. I mean, although it may not look that close on track, just the way that they ride these bikes is so impressive. How close they get to the ground, how committed they are, how great they work as a rider, and there's no 2 people better than that than Mick Williams. Now, if we remember back to yesterday's coverage, we're talking about how much they've won the championship, how many times they've won the championship, and I believe the last time Mick Williams did not win the championship was actually 2013, where Mick Leahy won the championship and not Mick Williams. But Williams finished second in the championship in 2013. So it's been a long time that they've been off the top step.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like today, we are on the final lap right now. I don't think it's any surprise to anyone that Mick Williams has dominated this series once again. He is absolutely on fire. That team, that pair that they have on those on those sidecars is absolutely sensational. It really, really is fantastic to see these. As we see Mick Williams on the final lap coming in to the last corner, and it's going to be another dominant performance from Mick Williams, who crosses the line to win race 2 of the MiniF1 Sidecar Championship. Absolutely sensational. It really is. As we see John Keats, I believe, will finish P2. Here we go. It's very, very close though. Let's see John Keats, a little bit of a shaky final corner there, as we see John Keats coming across the line, who will take second place away from Jason GREENSTREET. Fantastic to see the 666 in second place there, as we now look to Mark Parker, who will come across and finish in P4 with Chris Impey in P5 and Iona GLOVER in P6. Another really, really fantastic race, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, just looking at them, they're happy, they're buzzing. They knew that they had this race in the bag. If they could just stay on it, their pace has been incredible all weekend. That final lap, they just eased off, did a 1 minute lap time, which was the same as John Keats in second place. Even though they took it easy in that final lap, they were still able to be faster than the people behind them, which is just incredible. But John Keats will be absolutely delighted with that second place. I mean, although GREENSTREET had a little fall off, that is racing, stuff like that happens, they'll be happy to bring it home in third even after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Another fantastic race for the Mini Sidecar Championship.
It is the time for the final MiniF1 Sidecar race of the day. If you're new to sidecars, or these will look completely different from anything else you've ever watched, but if you've watched this before, it'll be no surprise to say Mick Williams will be started on pole position. But Jason GREENSTREET will be lining up next to him in second place. Mark Parker will be in third, with John Keats in fourth. Chris Impey in fifth, with Iona GLOVER rounding out the grid in sixth. Not a massive grid that we have here for the sidecars, but it's something that is completely different for the calendar and for the classes. It's something that you don't get anything else. But Are you tuned in? Let us know down below. Would you have a go on one of these sidecars? Because previous commentators of FAB have had a go on these sidecars and it's not really went well. They were actually mortified at how scary even the mini sidecars are. For example, Tristan, as we just seen, I've been told stories and I interviewed him yesterday, and even he admitted that he was not a good passenger. He was struggled with it quite a lot, and it's completely different from riding just a normal motorcycle as the riders come down past the Spitfire straight to head through their warm-up lap to then make it to the grid. On the right, we still have plenty of people peering through the gates, in their cars, on top of their cars, on the fence, leaning on their cars. Every type of form you could think, they're watching this race in, and it's great to see. I mean, it's great to see so much support for FAB here in Wales as the riders just take their final positions for this race. Tensions are starting to rise on the grid now. There one final checks, one final close of the visor, one final race of the weekend. Will Mick WILLIAMS be able to make it into 3 race wins out of 3 as we wait for the lights to go on? The lights are on, the lights are off, and we are racing here for the final Mini F1 sidecar race. Mick WILLIAMS leads off the line, but it looks like John KEATES has got into second place over Greenstreet. That was a close moment there. Greenstreet is now in second place, overtaking Chris Impey. Will this affect Chris Impey's confidence? Chris Impey is a great rider, but John KEATES, as we've seen, had a massive moment there. John KEATES is known for getting the sidecars nice and squirrely. They're not afraid for it to move off the ground slightly. As we all know, how you turn a sidecar is by shifting your body weight. You can see it there. The bike is shaking. The bike is vibrating. It's lifting off the ground. It's retaliating. It's saying no. But that is not affecting John KEATES. They're pushing on with this race on the 666 bike, going down the back straight to try and take third place back after that moment as the race leaders head through the hairpin. As we head round to complete the first lap of this race, Mick WILLIAMS leads with a 59.1 off the line, a 1.7 second gap over Greenstreet already. But this race is not over yet. This is racing. Anything can happen. There's 5 laps left. John KEATES is trying their absolute darnest to try and catch up to the Greenstreets.
Yeah, absolutely. Mick WILLIAMS with a fantastic start there. Obviously leading the race as per usual, but Jason Greenstreet not letting them go easily. There you go. You can see both of them on there. Look at that. Look at the helmet. I love this championship because you can just see just how close the rider or the passenger gets. Like, look at that. He gets his head so close. Look at that. They're not. He's holding on to a metal bar and throwing his helmet over to the apex, but he's actually quite close to Mick WILLIAMS. Actually, maybe Jason Greenstreet can maybe mount some sort of attack on Mick WILLIAMS, which will be very, very interesting indeed. Look at that. That is absolutely brilliant. His head is maybe 2 or 3 inches from the apex. Fantastic. So Mick WILLIAMS is in first place with Jason Greenstreet in second. The 666 bike of John KEATES just goes over the line. There you go. He's in P3 with Mark Parker in the 230. There you go. You can see them on the screen. In P4, Chris Impey in P5 just goes over the line now. Is in P5, and then Iona GLOVER is in P6. So we've got 3 battles on track. We've got Mick WILLIAMS and Jason Greenstreet. We've got John KEATES and Mark Parker, which is the closest one on track. Then you've got Chris Impey and Iona GLOVER together. So it's a very, very interesting. We've got 3 battles on track. So at least we've got a range of a variety of different battles to see on track. Obviously, Mick WILLIAMS, an incredibly successful driver. I think that's putting it lightly in this category, which is very interesting as we're seeing John KEATES navigate this way through. But Mark Parker is actually very, very close to the back of him. So are we going to see maybe some action coming down the Spitfire straight? John KEATES goes defensive. Can Mark Parker maybe get a little bit more speed maybe next lap, maybe try and carry some more speed through the corners? It'll be very, very interesting to see if they can do that as they go over the start finish line. It'll be very, very interesting to see this as a 66. Wow, his bottom is on the apex of the track there, literally. That's incredible to see. Mark Parker obviously is battling with John Keats at the moment. John Keats taking a good line through there. Mark Parker taking a little bit more of a tighter apex, and they're right bumper to bumper right now. I think Mark Parker had to slam on the brakes a bit more there, hence why he's dropped back a little bit from there. But yeah, these two are looking like they're going to produce a very, very good battle for us with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, only 3 laps to go. Mick Williams is still in the demanding lead, but it's not over. The podium position is not settled, as you just said, Alex. John Keats is under so much pressure right now of Mark Parker as we head down the Spitfire Straight. They're all trying to tuck in as much as possible in these MiniF1 Sidecars because they're so small and there's 2 adults riding them. It is so difficult to be able to get tucked in, believe me. They're pushing as hard as they can. Look how close the helmet gets to the ground there. They're putting absolutely everything. They're using all their body weight. You can see the rear wheel. It's starting to lift off the ground slightly there as the passenger tries to get a turn. It is amazing to see Mick Williams right now, though, as has a 5.8 second lead. But we are focusing right now on Keats because Keats is in a battle right now of Mark Parker, because both on red bikes, but Mark Parker wants to get in this podium position. It would be a great way to round off the weekend because this is the final race of the weekend for these riders. They are giving it absolutely everything around this Llandow circuit here in sunny South Wales as we head round the chicane with them. But as we see at the top of our screen, there's just 1 lap to go for Mick Williams, and there will only be 1 lap to go for John Keats and Mark Parker as they come across the line this time. Mark Parker is gonna have to find something magical to be able to catch up to John Keats here. But here we have it, Mick Williams on your screen on the last lap, 7.3 second lead. The previous year's champion, the champion before that, and that. The list goes on. They are so successful in MiniF1 Sidecar racing here at FAB, but they keep coming back. They keep showing their talent as there's been a crash. I do not know who that is, but we wait and see if they are okay. But as we wait and see with Mick Williams, as the red flag is out, that will mean Mick Williams will take the victory for this race. GREENSTREET should get second, and John Keats will get third as we see the medical cart heading out onto the circuit with great speed.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the medical car getting to the scene as soon as possible, but I think they might have already gone there. As we've seen a VW Passat now on screen as well. So we're seeing a multitude of cars on here now. So again, we've got all the sidecars on track as well, with an Audi and a VW. Something I never thought I would say commentating this series, but yes, it's a very, very interesting race. Another fantastic win for Mick Williams. You know, he's become like the Valentino Rossi or the Lewis Hamilton of sidecars. I think he's just winning absolutely everything. So yeah, fantastic for him. Obviously Jason Greenstreet as well in second position, and John Keats bringing up the podium in third place as well in that 666 machine. And that is the amazing action here at Llandow. What an absolutely fantastic day of racing. Join us next time for round 3 at Ella Park. Thank you for watching.
On the road to MotoGP, this is FAB-Racing.